Hey guys, Caitlyn Stroh here with UGA beat writer Jason Butt. We just watched Georgia basketball beat Auburn 65-55, correct?
Mm-hmm. And a game that was not as close as the final score indicated.
They got pretty well destroyed, I guess, is the way to put it. But go ahead now.
It's crazy because they were up by 23-24 at one point. They bring in the subs. Next thing you know, it's Auburn gets a couple threes down the stretch, and it's a 10-point victory. Definitely not as close. Georgia destroyed Auburn. Auburn played absolutely horrible today. And,
Georgia didn't play great either.
That's
what's crazy.
So Georgia, the fact that Georgia comes out really struggles in the first half. Doesn't have a great game. I think they were 34-35%.
The first 5 minutes, there was they were both in single digits still? Or?
That was bad. Nobody scored for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was bad.
But credit Georgia, 18-4 run to start the second half. Got things rolling. Auburn missed a million layups, it felt like. They were without their top player, Canty, suspended indefinitely. Not sure, not an Auburn beat writer, so not exactly sure at this time what he did. Yeah. But it was enough to where he didn't play, and that changed how Auburn was able to operate. Mark Fox said after the game that he had to coach on the fly to kind of adjust for that. And of course, the second half it really showed that without 18 points a game from one of Auburn's better players, they just could not get the ball in the hoop. 3-pointers clanking off the rim, layups missing, short shots. It was every possible way. And credit Georgia's defense. They did a great job, held Auburn to 26% shooting. And that's why Georgia was able to keep its postseason hopes alive with another win to get to 13-8.
Yeah, not that you ever want to go into a game unprepared, but I would imagine it would be kind of fun to coach on the fly every once in a while because it gives you something a little different to do. But
maybe
it's like a puzzle, a live puzzle.
Yeah, not in basketball. Football, I could see that where you kind of have to adjust on the fly. It's so technical. But basketball, I feel like these basketball coaches, you want everything down to a science. You do not want to stray. Yeah. You want everything to kind of flow and operate. And if you're going to coach on the fly, it's better to coach without the other team's best player. That's a great adjustment to have to try to make.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess you can trade that in pretty easily. But so this is they won Tuesday against South Carolina. Huge win for them.
Oh yeah, because South Carolina came back and beat Texas A&M today. Big ups. Yeah. I saw that as we came into to speak with Coach Fox. 3-point victory over A&M. So I've been down on South Carolina all year, and that's a huge win for them. Still not going to vote them in my top 25 of an AP vote. I got crushed by a CBS writer earlier this year for one of my polls, but not going to put them in yet. But makes me think that maybe they're a little better than I've been giving them credit for.
They're just so flighty. I think sometimes they look so good, and then every once in a while they just don't. Yeah. They gotta put that all together. And then I guess Kentucky would be the best way to test that. So
right, and that's the thing with Georgia. Georgia has a huge game with Kentucky. If Deontay Maton can play the way, especially on the glass, and now he's blocking shots. He had 5 blocked shots today. It's crazy.
Is it still a triple-double if you get double blocks?
If he had 10 blocks, yes.
It would have been still triple-double? Is that like a...
I like the light bulb that's going off right now.
I'm just seeing.
Yeah, if you get double digits in a statistical category, you get 3 of those. Doesn't matter what it is.
All right, I just don't understand this.
Maybe he'll get it. Maybe he's on track for once.
Deontay, if you watch this, we are asking you to get that in the next game against Kentucky.
Sure.
I am. But anyway, so Fox talked about Kentucky a little bit.
Yeah, he talked a lot about Kentucky. We had about 3 minutes of the game and then 8 minutes about Kentucky because if you think about it, and I think Coach Fox knew this too. After a game like this, granted, as we said, 10-point victory that really was equivalent to about 25-point victory. After a game like that, there's not much to talk about. Georgia came in, beat Auburn soundly. Now they go into Kentucky. On the road, it's the only time they're playing in the regular season. If Georgia gets a win over Kentucky, all of a sudden you're talking about the NCAA bubble kind of moving them into maybe that first 4 group, or the last 4 group, I'm sorry. That last 4 group where, they're in the play-in game. Right now it's pretty clear they're not in. Although I was surprised to see Joe Lunardi at ESPN has them in the next 4 out group. So it seems that people think they're closer than maybe some of us local folks do.
Yeah, I don't even think they're on the bubble to me, but
I mean, we're around the team a lot, and I think you see the record. But one thing that I've been telling people is that the SEC, I think after the SEC Big 12 Challenge, the SEC came out. Even it's kind of funny. They go 3-7 against the Big 12, yet they got 2 huge wins. Florida blew out West Virginia.
Yep.
And Texas A&M got a big win over Iowa State. LSU should have. If LSU had a coach in Johnny Jones that knew what he was doing, they should have beaten number 1 Oklahoma. So they had that one, 2-point loss there. They had some other close games. I think the SEC actually came out looking a lot better and a lot stronger than maybe people thought.
Yeah.
And the fact that Georgia has such a strong strength of schedule going back to the non-conference play, that down the stretch could be rewarding. Now, Georgia has to uphold its end of the bargain. They can get away with losing at Kentucky, but if they put in a strong performance, lose by a little, if they end up getting an upset win, that's going to go a long way.
Yeah. I mean, even last year when they lost to Kentucky, people were talking about how they held them close as if that had been a moral victory, almost borderline victory.
Right.
So,
especially in Athens, because they held a 6-point lead, I think, with 5 minutes left to go in the game. Almost had them. It was that close. Then the lottery pick comes back in and just kind of owns Georgia down the stretch.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. Kentucky has a pretty good duo in the backcourt.
Yeah.
Murray and Tyler Ulis. Those guys are tough. It's going to be a big test for Georgia's guards, J.J. Frazier, Kenny Gaines. I think Frazier's going to need to put in one of his better defensive performances. I think you can count on Frazier offensively. He's gonna score. Yeah. He's gonna do some things that just make you. Yeah, he's gonna do some things that just make you just kind of drop your jaw and say wow. But I think for him to really have his best effort, he's got to find it within him to have a really great defensive performance against Kentucky, because those guards are 2 of the best in the nation, one of the best backcourts in the nation, and I have a feeling Mayton will be able to hold his own down low. I think Ogbede and Edwards will be able to at least play physical enough to maybe disrupt Kentucky, but to me it's that backcourt.
Yeah.
If they can slow down that backcourt, I think Georgia can actually make a run at it and keep the game close late in the second half.
Yeah. What time's that tip at?
9 p.m. So stay up late.
All right. Well, so 9 p.m. Tuesday, we'll see if Georgia can take down Kentucky. Watch for on MakeN.com for Jason's blog about the one and done rule, which Mark Fox talked about a good bit. See what Jason thinks about that, and check MakeN.com for all coverage of Georgia basketball and Georgia athletics and everything else Jason covers. Thanks y'all for watching.